Now, new main neighbors, this video is a little bit longer than the others because I really wanted to show everything that was going on, that was happening. I actually went into this area and I ended up dying and I ended up having to do a body run to get it back. So there is a lot of heavily armed mobs that are here. At the end, I cannot specify it. It's so much easier if you come here with multiple people to watch your back in situations. That was my body right there that died, so I tried to grab whatever I could get. I tried to move, I tried to get up, and I couldn't. I actually had some problems. Thankfully, I was able to kind of get out of that way, and thankfully, I had enough stuff to, make myself kind of fixed up to be able to live through this combat fight. Everybody's wearing body armor, so headshots are pretty much essential. I actually got sniped really ridiculously easy, just moments ago, but thankfully I was able to take care of it. So during this time frame, what ended up happening was we ended up getting around the corner, took some pain pills, tried to get rid of the headache and everything, and I saw that guy run around the corner. And I was kind of just like, at the point, I was just like, forget this. I really need to just get my loot, get my stuff off my body, and get out of there. So I kind of looked around. I wanted to see what was going on. I saw the one dude on the left, took him out, and I pretty much knew that I was almost out of ammo. So I was like, I need to get to my body. So what I ended up doing was I looked to the right, saw nobody was there, took all my stuff that I could grab, and essentially get the heck inside the building. So ended up reloading and ran into the building. Now, that tree was unfortunate. But I ran into the building and, I tried to see what else was around. I noticed how things were. Now, the full objective of this area is essentially to get the tape, the VHS tape out of the recording room. So if you take Lima 2 and you end up running towards that eastern wall, there is a hole in the wall. The hole in the wall is probably the easiest way to get in instead of trying to go through the front door. So we ended up doing that. We ended up kind of getting ourselves squared up and everything back together. And then I tried to make sure that I was okay because, I was bleeding, I was hurting, I was dizzy, and everything. Now, dizziness is something that you actually can take care of pretty easily with the blood bag, because essentially, you're low on blood, so you're going to get dizzy. So you can take food and do other things. Now, the other thing I will say is that there's lots of sounds in these corridors that are going to be very awkward. And the reason why this video is so long is because I wanted you all to see how difficult it is to really navigate these hallways. Now, kind of going down these hallways, you're going to hear people talking and you're going to hear things that you might not expect. So they might be above you, they might be actually in the hallways. Now, each one of these doors are going to do something else, and it's really hard to kind of place what was what. I decided to kind of look around to see if there was some medical area, because the medical areas are really going to be something that are going to be helpful, because, you're going to need a blood bag, you're going to need something. Also, you are going to need the key. There is a key to come down here. It is a BK, I think it was YB0-1 key or BK General key or something along those lines. Once you end up getting that key, you can come down here and it'll pretty much give you access to almost everything. So it is something to definitely take a look at and think of. Now, when you are looking around in this room, so once I came around this corner, I noticed that this is the TV room, and I noticed the VHS tape, or the security footage tape there. Now, you can hear once it actually happens that there is a lot of chatter that starts happening throughout the whole entire building. Now, curiosity almost killed the cat here, because I kind of looked around and I noticed that there was locked doors and open things, and I was just like, what to do here? I pretty much already had this thought process in my head that I might not even make it out alive, because I don't know the ways through the bunker. So I was like, let me go the way I came. And then I thought to myself, wait a second, we can go down. Curious. There's another floor. So I went down to take a look around here, and you'll see it very quickly what my decision was, because I looked around and I heard a lot of talking back and forth, and I was like, I'm like, let me take this footage and put it in my case, which was a smart thing for me, because I kind of looked around here, noticed not much, and once I ended up peeling around this corner, I see nothing's there, and I was like, okay. And there's the YBL. That's what it is. YBL keys. That's what was in there. So I noticed that there was nothing there. And I was kind of looking around, trying to see what was happening. And there's another room. And I was like, oh, is this a medical room or a computer room? I don't know. And then, like, I'm unsure. And then out of nowhere, what I decided to do is I decided to continue to go forward. And what do I see? They are inside, entrance, and I got hit again, and I was like, this guy is relentless, and he is just laying any types of bullets down at me. So I kind of tried to take a moment, and I was like, I am just out of here. Forget this. I'm done. I don't need to be here. I already got my quests. Let's see if we could extract out. So even with the extraction out, I tried to do whatever I could do. I, stopped the bleeding, and I was kind of like, all right, how are we going to get out of here? We need to figure this out. Let's kind of get going. So I remember the path that I took, and I took that same path out, which is probably the best and safest way to go. The only thing that kind of got me was that we had a small situation when we were getting out. There are, like I said before, the voices are really, really bad, but you'll notice that once you walk in and out of the building, that the sounds instantly change to the building itself. So it's something very easy to figure out. That's why I kind of took a moment and I was like, all right, well, if we're going to make it out of here, let's see if we can get rid of the dizzying coughing. Let's just use the blood bag and see how this goes. Let's use some ibuprofen, see how this goes. Because I wanted to make sure that stuff was taken care of. And I took care of that. And then I noticed that everything didn't go away. So then I ended up using that blood bag that's in, my surgical kit. Because I was like, why the heck not? We'll see how this goes. And once that ends up happening, it clears up everything that I had and all my problems. And we're going to be doing that in a second, right before we run out of this door. Because I continue to hear, crazy amounts of things. And like I said before, there's the key that you need. Once you see it, it's right there. See, the YBL main key needs to be there. So there must be a key on each floor. I assume by killing people, you'll end up getting more and more access to those things. So here we're going to use the blood kit. And then we're going to attempt to get out of this building. And once that happens, everything goes away. Feeling good. And we start rolling in 2 seconds here. So making sure we got our clip good. Because we know we are going to encounter mobs when we're getting out. Because we could hear them all outside. So here we are. And we start going. So I look to my left, to my right, look to my left. I don't see anyone. And I say, hey, let's get out of here. I see a dude there. He's yelling at me. I'm like, let me kill him. Walk around the corner. He shoots me. What? I don't know how that's possible, but he got me. So good luck and have a good day on your mission.